Hello guys on YouTube today. How are you guys today? Well, I got a bit of an update for you on my 7-year-old lawnmower Yardman I had for 7 years. And she still works, by the way. I'm going to be fixing her, going to be repairing her. And I hope I can get her working and stuff like that. And I also got some new parts for. I also got a new filter for. I didn't have the filter before, but I got a new filter for as well, guys. And also I wanted to talk to you guys about the difference of oils you should use and you should not use. Um, you should not use car oil because car oil is designed for cars, not designed for lawnmower engines. You need to use the correct lawnmower engine oil for your lawnmower. If you don't use the correct oil, then you're destroying your lawnmower that way, though, guys. And also, I also cleaned out my gas tank today as well because it had some dirt and some crud in it. And I don't want that to end up going into my new carburetor I'm going to be putting on it. But let's go ahead and turn you guys around and show you what I mean. But here you go, guys. Here's all the new parts. Every part is new. Well, I mean, those parts on that side are new. Those parts on that side are old. And the reason why I want to talk to you guys about some of the difference of these parts. Just difference of the same parts. We're going to go on the same mill. And yes, I do have a 5-gallon gas container. Well, you really don't need a 5-gallon gas container because for this type of lawnmower, you only need like a small container because she doesn't. I only need her for a small section of the yard. But if there was a way you can modify the 5-gallon gas container, that would be kind of neat. Instead of being a gas container, it would be a gas can. You know, like how to use it on the lawnmower and stuff like that. But the reason why I have a 5-gallon gas storage container though is for my the Cub Cadet tractor we use every year. But then you do not need that for your little tiny push mower and stuff like that, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and get on to the new parts and the old parts. But let's talk about the difference of the different types of parts we got. First, we're going to start off with the blade. This is a 22-inch cut blade. There's the Kohler brand new filter I have today. Got today. And here's the new shut-off valve with gas line, a new spark plug, new shore filter, new belt, and a new carburetor. And let's talk about this E3 spark plug. This E3 spark plug is a E322. That's just the model of this spark plug. And it replaces the standard the NGK spark plug, and it's going to be replacing the BBR6ES spark plug. That's going to be replacing the standard spark plug I've been having in all. Again, this has a pretty good amount of hours on all, stuff like that. It does work. It's the model on this spark plug is BBR6ES. That's what will be replacing the spark plug with that spark plug. We also got a inline shore filter. This is the inline shore filter. It goes on the inside of this old 1-inch, 1 1/4 inch gas line. And here's a couple of the clips. Here's the old air filter. The reason why you gotta get a new one, can't use her. She looks like she can be reused, but nope. Big giant tail down the side of her. Again, here's the new spark plug, new shore filter shut-off valve system, new air filter, new 22 cut blade, new belt, new fuel filter, new carburetor, and also finally the old blade on that side. Oh, and also that's the only thing. If y'all gonna be picking up a new blade, new 22-inch cut blade, make sure you match up your blades by the size of your mow. And don't just buy any blade. You gotta make sure you buy the right blade, because if you don't buy the right blade, then you're going to have a problem with the blades not fitting. And these match up pretty good. The old one and the new one have the same notches. But it's a way you can really sharpen the blade as well. But this blade, it has a big ding in it. It has a big gouge right there. But on this side, not too bad. But you could probably fire that and resharpen it. But I bothered us to buy a new blade. And the reason I bothered to buy a new blade, because I can't really sharpen a blade that good. But I could if I wanted to. But on this side, here is the belt. This is just a standard belt for Yardman. It's made for MTD lawnmower belt. And again, there's my foam filter, can be washed. Here is the carburetor, is again by MTD. The part number on this one is 951103909. That's the part number on that one. And the booklet is my 7-year-old lawnmower. And the model on this one, you guys can see, it's going to be 12A 26MB 755. That would be the model on this one. Now, that's just the parts and models and stuff on what your machine has to take. Well, let's talk about oils. What type of oil do you need for your lawnmower? Well, let's go ahead and take a look in the instruction manual. The instruction manual will tell you the type of oils or oil you should use, and on how to replace the spark plug, and how to gap the spark plug, and all sorts of fun stuff. That's just the way this book is. Here we go. It's on the oils. The oil is on page 9 on this manual book. What I can use for my lawnmower is, if I get the correct oil, she will run perfectly. You can again get up to 10W, 20W, 30 or 40. But what you really gotta look for is the types of oils you can run in all. Like 10W4 or 20W40, 20W50, 15W40, 15W50, 10W40, or 10W30. What's the best ideal for this lawnmower is 10W30. It has two types of oil recommendations you can use on this machine, but I would always go by the right type of oil, and also the right type of oil for your lawnmower. Now this has again a way to check your stuff, and this also has the spark plug gap is 30/1000 of an inch. And this whole book tells you the list of your parts inside this manual book. And that's all what this book is. It helps you guys to figure out what you need and part wise. And let's go ahead and show you this oil here. This is 30 weight oil. This might be thicker, it might be thinner, but this lawnmower uses 20 ounces of oil. But you can see I don't have that much oil left in this container. I only have about maybe about four ounces left in this container, guys. I always buy the bigger containers because it's a pretty good size oil. And it just tells you 30 weight oil for small engines, for 4-cycle engines. And also not just for this uses for 4 cycles, not 2 strokes, guys. Only for 4-cycle engines. Do not use 4-cycle engine oil for 2 cycles. And my lawnmower is a 4-cycle engine, not a 2-cycle, guys. And again, that's a good brand of oil though. I think it's made by this same company here. The other oil is Pennzoil. You can use this in cars or lawnmowers. Just make sure you have the right type of oil. And 20 ounces would be boop right about there. That would be half of this bottle for this lawnmower. The reason why I say that because you don't want to overfill it or underfill it. This oil here is made for cars. This is W10W30. This is for cars only. This is not for small engines. Gotta make sure it says for small engines, because if you do not make it for small engines, then you're going to have a problem with your oil not working. And for this oil, 20 ounces is right though. Again, you gotta look at your oils to make sure you're getting the correct volume of your oil in your machine or your lawnmower. And this is a, like I said, this is a big old container. Well, 20 ounces of oil is in this one. That's a lot of oil. But yeah, that's the different measurements of how much oil you got left in your containers. You gotta figure out how much you gotta put in your lawnmower. This is the container oil. Well, this is the where you fill up your gas. Inside this, I cleaned it. I cleaned the cap and also cleaned the inside of this one because it had a lot of junk and dirt inside of it. I would open it up and show you what I mean. I don't know if you guys can see inside of it, but she had a lot of dirt inside of the black gas container or gas can or gas container, whatever you want to call it. Here is the valve. This is, again, you got to make sure this cap is working, because if this cap is not working, your gas is not going to vent properly. And if it's not going to vent, then you got a big problem with your gas cap. Then you got to make sure you clean it or make sure you buy a new one. And I just cleaned it. I'm not going to bother to buy a new gas cap. I think it should just work just fine, guys. And this big red container is a 5-gallon gas can. It just helps to hold 5 gallons of gas in it. Holy. Well, let's talk about these pots. Why did I need all these pots? Well, instead of buying myself a brand new lawnmower for the price of these pots, I could buy a brand new one. But I decide I just want to work on it and tinker with it. This is, again, a hobby I like to do. This is kind of something I want to do, and maybe in the future and kind of stuff. You know, that's just the way I feel on how to work on my lawn equipment. Guys, if you take care of your equipment's going to last you over 7 years like this beast has. And again, this also has a breather. It's a foam filter. It is washable. You don't need to replace that. If it was torn or if it was tearing away, I would recommend replacing it. But sometimes air cleaners don't always come with that foam filter. Sometimes you may have to order it offline, or sometimes you could try to find a way to get it with the kit. And by the way, these two air filters are the exact same match, the same match and the same size. It doesn't matter what the color of the pleats are. This is a leather pleat. This is a white plate. It doesn't matter. This has about 40 or 53 or 40 plates or 43 plates on this. My counting, I again don't know. Don't really much matter with that too much. As long as those two match and they're the same, if they fit in the same thing. And you can see here's the instructions. Yes, it will fit in this engine I have here. And this is the front. This is what the bag looks like. This is what the back looks like. E3, same thing. Yeah, this is a gas filter. It's not only for lawn tractors, but you can use it for lawn mowers if you want. Here's what the back of the blade looks like on this one. Nothing really special. It's a 22-inch cut blade. Here's the back of this one. Just a standard belt. Let's see what's the back of this one. Part numbers and all sorts of fun stuff. But like I said, the reason why I bought these parts and the reason why I need them is I will show you guys the mower in 1 second. But the reason why I've been working on them and getting them up and running, but do yourself a favor, make sure you guys do buy the right parts and everything else for your 7-year-old mower. And do yourself a favor, do not throw away your instruction book. A lot of people, I don't know why some people do that. To me, that's so annoying. Do not throw away your manual, because if you throw away your manual, then you're kind of screwed, and then you don't know what model your machine is. Sorry guys, don't throw away your book. This is all the new and old parts. This blade, again, like I said, this older blade, gas line, filter, belt. And like I said, let's go ahead and show you the lawnmower. Sorry if it's a little goody, guys, because I am working in my garage. There is the 7-year-old push mower. It's very in good condition, guys. I mean, it still works absolutely nice. I also cleaned it up a little bit. It's no rust through the deck or anything like that, guys. I'm also happy with that. And let's go ahead and show you what I am going to be doing with all as well. Here is the brake lever. This is the brake lever. The brake lever, all it does is you can brake it to start the engine, and the brake. And this also has front drive transmission wheels. You just click this lever here, and if you want to push it, you just push it. If you want to self-engage, you engage the transmission with the mower itself. This is not a carburetor. This is not a primal carburetor. This is a choke system. All you do is you pull up and you push down. Make sure you snap it in. And let's go ahead and look at the kind of instruction-wise thingy here. It says oil, gas, pull, level, pull, and pull that down. That's what it's designed to do. And by the way, this is a pull starter, not electric start system. Oh, it does not have electric start on them. I wish it did, it would be kind of nice. But she does not have electric start on it, guys. Does not have electric start. The reason why electric start would be better for some people, but it would be kind of nice if this was electric start, but it's not. And by the way, this has the pull out. There's the pull out. It's a lot more miles on them. The pull out may need replacing, but I replace it later. This model has 139 cc engine on it. That's what the engine is. This is your belt cowl. This guy's your belt cowl. All you do is typically you don't have it up like this. Typically it'll be down on the bottom to cover up the belt and transmission. And this is just the shroud. Again, it has a notch on here. This is your shroud kind of thing for the corner of the engine. This is your muffler. This is where your spark plug will go with the spark plug boot. This is overhead valves. By the way, you do need to adjust the valves on these. If you don't adjust the valves, the engine's not going to turn over right. And this piece down here is the transmission kill box function. And it does have a notch in this cable for it to line up with this notch in this. And by the way, guys, I know this looks kind of silly and kind of worn, but it is worn because she had a leak on the gas line, and that's why she looks a little, but what the heck. But on this side is where the airbox goes. The airbox goes right here. The airbox is right here. It attaches to the carburetor, and the reason why it attaches to the carburetor is because you need the air inside of the unit though. There's your ring nut, there's your lid, that's where the air filter would go, that on filter would go though, and again your main filter will go here and that side. And all you just grab that end there, hook it in, put it in. And this also does have a crankcase breather as well, guys. The crankcase breather does breathe the cranking of the engine. It's right over here. Well, wait, no. It looks pretty good. I really like this mower. This mower is not a United States made mower. It's a China made mower, but it does work. Let's go ahead and take my tools off. And also all these bolts and washers off for. That's for the gas tank kind of stuff. It does have adjustment wheels. One here, here, on that side, and also on the on side as well. And this also has a side discharge chute. This is not a bagel. This does not have a bag on it. This is only the side discharge chute. All you do is you take this piece off to cut. By the way, this is not a mulching system. This does not have a capability of mulching if you buy a mulching blade. And we take out this little metal that just helps to hold my flap side discharge thing up. And here is the oil, 10W30 again. And the way to check this oil, don't screw it all the way down. Just stick it up on the last two threads, or the first threads. But the way I check it is I screw the dipstick down, just to make sure I got enough oil on them. We don't want to underfill or overfill. And here's the dipstick, completely full of oil. It's not past those words. And when you are going to be changing your oil or tipping your mower to put your blade and stuff on, you want to make sure the oil dipstick goes down. Gotta go down, guys. Let's go ahead and put this clip back in. But this clip is going to be a little bit tricky to get back in, because it has a lot of spring tension in it, and the reason why it has a lot of spring tension in it is to hold it down. And we will show you the underside of my 7-year-old push mower. It's a Yardman, works pretty good, but I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna get my iPod with my light, or with a flashlight. So I don't know if I can do this with one hand or not. well, we're trying not to hit the frizzles because I am down in my garage and I got frizzles. Gotta make sure we try not to scruff up. Come on, lay down. There you go. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. This is what the underside of my mower looks like. Oh, well, I guess I don't need the iPod. Yeah. But yeah, that's what she looks like on the underside of the mower. Yes, it does have a bit of rust on her, but she does work, does fine. I mean, I know she's a little rusted, but hey, you know what? She's still a good mower, guys. For a 7-year-old mower, hey, what the heck? Then the way and the reason why I tilted it up is the carburetor airbox goes up and the oil dipstick goes down. To need to change the stuff on it, or the blade, or whatever. And sometimes the side discharge chute will pop loose, but we're just gonna go ahead and put it down for the time being. But yep, this is my 7-year-old mower, guys. She works pretty good. She is pretty heavy. And by the way, this does have this little guy down here. When you push it forwards, it does this like a lock, catch or guard thing without locks flying out of. But if you push it back, what happens is, ta-da! I cut it a long time ago. And if it goes underneath the body of the housing now, it just cuts up the thing now, guys. But this is a pretty good mower for a 7-year-old mower, guys. But hey, I try my best on a 7-year-old mower, guys. But it really does work. I just gotta put it all back together and kind of stuff. You know, I do love this old mower. Do love this old unit. It works pretty good on what you need it for, guys. Now let's go ahead and back to the bolts. It's just all the bolts I have bought. A very short amount of time. Bought them a couple, yesterday I bought them actually. But yeah, this is how I take care of my mower, guys. This is how I take care of, and this is how I maintain them. And this is how I take care of and stuff, guys. Alright, guys, let's turn you guys around. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm sorry if this video was a little long, but I was trying to get all this stuff out for you guys. To talk about this little update on the 7-year-old mower, guys. I hope you like, subscribe, and also please share and comment below, guys. Alright, guys. Peace out. Bye, guys. I will see you in the next vlog when I get this mower all done. Alright, bye.